would Hannah be able to have a minimum wage job or whatever, working someplace? I don't really think so. She is not a minimum wage worker, or she couldn't work for a wage someplace, because then the focus would be on performance, and Hannah is not about performance. Hannah cannot do a job like, whatever, folding clothes or whatever, or sweeping or something like that, without a tremendous amount of supervision. And because of her need for supervision, because she'll be doing something, all of a sudden she gets distracted, and she needs someone right there to redirect her and all that. So she can't really earn a wage like an average person does because of all this need for supervision. She constantly needs to be redirected back, and at Goodwill we find that, like I say, they're not so concerned about getting so many pieces out the door, or sweeping so much floor or whatever. It's more concerned about the individuals meeting their needs. And Hannah's, she's not about performance, unless you constantly redirect her. She needs constant supervision to have a job.
To me, anybody that challenges the fact that they don't make minimum wage is missing the whole point. Because the point behind Goodwill is not how much money that they're making, it's the very fact that she gets a check is what matters to her. She doesn't even understand dollars and cents and being reimbursed for or being compensated for working. What she understands is that she's getting something. She's getting a check, and the self-worth that comes with that. And I know Bob said before, you can't buy that. The feeling that she has of belonging cannot be overdone or replaced by getting a minimum wage. It just, you can't compare the quality of life with minimum wage. It's wonderful that she gets anything at all, to me, and that's just the whole point. They're missing the point. It's not all about minimum wage.
Goodwill brings the most out of her. Goodwill helps her perform at a higher level because of the total package of love and care, and the team concept, and caring for her so much as a person. And in spite of her needs, they value her as a person, and that's just so valuable to us as parents.
I was thinking about one time when she was still in high school, and I needed childcare for, I don't know why, I had to go away and do something, and somebody offered very kindly to be able to take Hannah, and they said, well, she could come here and sit on the couch just as well as sit anywhere. And it just broke my heart. And I found an excuse to cancel the event, because I was like, that's not what I'm after. It's so much more than sitting on a couch someplace. Hannah needs to contribute and to be a part of it. She loves to please people and to do. And it's the simplest things in life that you learn are fulfilling, and what other people think are important really aren't. Because we've learned when Hannah feels like she's pleasing Steve, then she will just go above and beyond. If she feels like just another person sitting there on the couch doing nothing, she's just not happy. I mean, she actually goes into a form of depression. She would just get really sad, but then all of a sudden bring in the towels to fold, bring in the flags to do, or the cheese nozzles, and all of a sudden she's a part of a team that's making a difference. And that's what Goodwill has done for Hannah. It's given her a place where she can find a quality of life that she deserves.
Goodwill here provides the total package for Hannah and other participants, because there's that love and concern and care about them as individuals. And that adds so much more to the life than another 50 cents or dollar, $5 an hour would add. You cannot buy what Goodwill supplies for the participants. But I just thank God for Goodwill supplying a place for Hannah that she can be fulfilled as an individual. And this is just so much more than a job. This supplies so much of Hannah's social, mental, developmental needs. It just cannot, the value to us as parents cannot be fully stated. It's one of those things you can't really get a grasp on, because it does so much for her as an individual. She's so happy to be here. She looks forward to coming to work here. She's always talking about it. It's always such a huge part of her life that wherever she goes, she'll look at Goodwill signs or whatever, something about Goodwill come up on an advertisement, or, you know, go to a Goodwill store, but, we work, we work, because she's so happy to be here.